One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're about to have a lot of conversation with a dude. I'm gonna skip a lot of his conversation because he doesn't speak English, and it's in this game. The way it works is if your character isn't speaking English, it drags out. So I'm just going to skip it. I'm gonna leave it there for a second or two, and then I'm gonna skip it. And I'm gonna do it with every one of his lines or every one of his little screens where he talks. If you want to read it, you can pause it and read it.
Achuta, wonga kun bis dolbi kikuyana. Dong patugas maktelia. Ronda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tung mucho shak pakant. Kieno no nama paule rachikun. Ta kumjus tahmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank. Wale oganda naru chuchu. Jedu baduana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya. Dong patukashmak talea. Ronda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba kachi kun ida donga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Simo podona. Rundi hodunga ku. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulanen. Runda dijo donga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune. Munerabes. Kachi kun ida donga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Spimo podo runda dijo donga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunotek. Kachi kun ida donga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Spimo runda dijo donga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunotek. Kachi kun ida donga. Iking kuno pa mulerachi kun. Spimo podona rundi hodunga. Runda dijo donga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune munerabes. Mucho shak pakant. Kieno no nama paule rachikun.
Alright, so we have to solve a murder.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Okay, Ricard said he shot at an animal, but the sun was in his eyes.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Nope.
Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
So he was out running and heard a shot.
Greetings, Padawan. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Paul the Netic, Ricard Lusov, and Hamden Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calfhounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 cattle-logged attacks on settlers by calfhounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist.
Okay, so they both kind of check out.
Akupa Chekopa. Runda di hotonga kun hankabi.
Alright, my batteries are low.
Ching palamule, tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukun takung just takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank, wale ogan chedabadawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dun mujushat pakant. Kiye no.
Ricard is lying. It was cloudy.
Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dun donga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis-chang ba mulira. Ta kungjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogasha punka bola wana chikne. Kachikun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno mujushat pakant.
So now we have to find the
How can I
motive.
be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. Of course, of course.
I should have talked to the droid first.
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Netic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garan spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in the cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Okay, so he knew him
How can I
better.
be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Why would you punch him in the
My
face?
wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Alright, and you.
So, what do you want to know? Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Durang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
Is there any other? The Southwood Speeder Rental. Is there any other? According to them, apparently, and this. Is there any other? Very well.
Runda dijo kachi, runda dijo donga kun hankabi. Aku kachi ta kunjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ita bodunga. Tolbabank kachi kun ita hodonga. Iki mucho shakpak.
So there's a
How
weapon.
can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. Oh my. I hope you don't find that incriminating. Normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Neddick, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less.
Well, if you can't keep her, it's your own fault.
But, much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course.
So, what do you... That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
Is there any other information? I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact, is there any other... Very well.
Runda di kachi kun ita hodonga. Mucho shakpak.
Alright.
How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would... Of course, of course.
So, what do you... Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Is there any other... I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory. We cannot get any more specific. Is there any other... Very well.
Tong up. Runda di... Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palam.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jidu badawana nidi bobo. Tong na bungsha nunya. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno. Runda diho tong abom sha umnina. Wanga kumbis king balemura. Takum just tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogasha ponka bola. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulerachi. Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita.
Damn you. Damn.
Both of you. Takum just tak miki.
How unprofessional. My batteries just died.
Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogasha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mule rachi kun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Achuta. Wonga kumbis dolpi kikuyana.
Good gosh, that's a lot of experience. Now back to the Ebon Hawk. And we're going to talk to one more person, and then we're going to leave.
Yikukuno no ba mulera chikun. Tong hit kun chonching. Ne boboje mata ne punage. Dolpi kikiuana. Chi gratu loda bograshi oneu komba chintono muchuba. Loda dita kun. Ita patisa batua kachatu tonga. Bagrasha kon tijaka Chubakaha chopa chawachuish yunku. Jodo jinbungaranta. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulerachi kun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Tom justach miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga. Akom justach miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hodunga.
Alright, so there's been a missing girl. Because Mandalorians kidnapped her. Long ago, I guess. I don't know when. But we're not going to find her for a little while. So now we can leave. We have Tatooine, Kashyyyk, Manan, Korriban, and Yavin. So Yavin wasn't a place that was in the it wasn't originally in the game. It was added as DLC. I don't know how long after it was added as DLC. But we're going to go to Yavin first. And we're going to do The only thing we can do on Yavin.
Lord Malik, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malik, he served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malik. Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malik.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Calo. But I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malik, forgive me, there is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Calo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malik.
Yeah, so Calo Nord survived. You guys might also be getting some, what's it called? Some Rainbow Six Siege videos. And maybe some Payday 2. If I can figure out how to get my buddies' voices to record. Because we'll all play it together. Might even play GTA. Don't know. Alright, Zalbar, while we're here, I'll see if I can pick you up some Twinkies. Since we're running low on storage or food. Time to look around the ship.
Kipuna, bona na kichu.
I didn't expect that to show in the cutscene with her talking. Me pulling out my lightsaber. Jesus Christ, that looks bad. It also sounds bad, but we're not going to talk about that.
Selima wanga kunbikin. Mucho shakapaga.
Alright, well, we found the little girl and we have to figure out what she says. Hey, what are you doing? Stop. So we're going to talk to her in the next part. Because that's where we're going to end it here. This is going to be a little bit shorter than the last two. But I feel like this is a good stopping part. A good stopping point. So I'll see y'all in the next part, hopefully.